Okay, so hey, what's guys? This is your friend Captain Drs with Krs back with another video of Krs and Drs Talks. And in today's video, we are going to talk about the iPhone 15 series. Yes, there are a lot of leaks and rumors which came around, and we have gathered them all. And we are here to talk about some of those and what are our opinions in this today's video. So without any further ado, let's quickly get started.
Well, talking about this video, you will get each and everything which is now going on in the iPhone 15 upcoming thing, and maybe you will get the more certain things which is very new or is going in the rumors. So make sure to check it out this one because this video going to be very exciting.
Start off with the design. One of my favorite kind of thing, the design. Here are some of the CDA leaks which came around, and it shows that this time the Apple is going to be removing the buttons from the iPhone.
Yes,
Kind of a hard to believe.
and many things are coming like this that the iPhone 15 will be drastically changing the things which is as compared to the 14 thing because if we think of the iPhone, then you can see in each generation they are pushing only one new feature. Like if we move on to the 14 series, you will get the dynamic island something, and the 13 and 12 and going on to the thing. But 15 is telling that the buttons are going to be gone in this one. Also, the four cameras are appearing has been a chance up, and the periscope will be debuting over there.
It is expected that the periscope will be coming, but instead of telephoto, because Apple won't be going ahead and scaling the current trend of the design. And if they come up with that four camera design, it is kind of a unique and in their own way. We have seen when the iPhone 11 Pro was going to be coming, a lot of type of images were coming up, but afterwards Apple design in their own way and terms, and it was completely different from those. Also, following that, in the CDA leaks, the photos were telling, the photos were telling that this guy is going to be having the same camera type of design, the triple camera setup, and yeah, it will be following that triple camera design, and I believe that the lenses will be bigger, and in compared with the 14, it will be going bigger.
Yeah, talking about the 15, the same thing will be happen. The camera might be increasing, but many are the chances that they would bring with the four camera because now the trend says that as the parent company and the camera making manufacturer compared to the Sony is also going with the four camera thing. So over here there are a great chances that the four camera can't be having because we have seen that telescope and periscope telephoto is both coming in the market, and people are liking that the four camera, and if the Apple has done something like four camera thing, it gonna be exciting because Apple camera, you know the things.
um, Periscope telephoto and telephoto sensors were already into the existence in the market, and Apple decided to go ahead with the telephoto just to make sure that the portraits which we take ahead are good. And Apple basically know this zooming thing will be the into the competition, and that's why from the 7 plus they started putting the telephoto sensor. But the periscope telephoto is, it might be a completely different technology, and it won't be coming on this guy because it will be having a lot of upgrades than compared with the 40
And
14 which came
as per
down
the
last year.
rumors also is telling that this will be the basic thing and the try for the Apple for the periscope telephoto. The upgrade and the proper boost of the periscope telephoto will be seen in the 16 one. So this is the try for the Apple, and I gonna say this can't be a review thing that how are people accepting this thing, or maybe so if there are chances they can't be removing this thing in the 16 also, and not pursuing for the further generations also.
Yeah, it might be that, because if it comes on this guy, it will be a lot of new stuff from Apple, and it might be a big phone in compared with the 14. Also, in terms of the design, it is now completely going to be a dynamic island based iPhone 15 series will be completely having the dynamic island. But there is one catch for the 15 and the 15 plus. This guys will be only having the 60 hertz, which is kind of a upside down stuff.
But it can't be saying having for the non-pro models.
Yes,
Talking about the pro,
but
you will get all the certain things, and some things will do like the 14 has the 14. The disappointment and the disadvantages the 14 and the 14 plus has will be carry on by the 15 and 15 plus are the great chances over here.
yeah, absolutely. But I I would be going ahead if the Apple would come up with the 120 hertz because the A16 is a good processor on the top of its side, and this 14 and the 14 plus will 15 and the 15 plus basically will be going to be having this A16. But that's Apple way of doing for their iPhones.
And one another disappointment of the 15 series will having like the 14 has the some of the features which the pro guy get is available in the plus and on the 14, but over in the 15 there are chances that the some features like a pro and pro max will be or pro plus, I don't know the what will be the coming, they can't be not having something with the 15 and 15 plus. The features of the pro thing will be compromised in the 15 and 15 plus.
It's kind of a hard to believe, but there might be a chances that Apple tried to make the iPhone 15 and the 15 plus in a way that they are completely different in compare with the Pro and the Pro Max, or you can say the Ultra guy, which is expected to come.
So, and talking about the another thing is about there are chances, and many are telling that this guy will be having the under display thing, which is carry forwarding from the generations, and they are telling that it's not yet confirmed, but can be having or maybe not.
Under display tech from under display, you can say the fingerprint scanner, right?
Yeah, and the camera is also having the is also the
No, no,
rumor
no.
of is
That
going on
under
that
display
the
camera tech under display camera tag is expected to come on the 16 or you can say the 17, and that will be for the face ID, not the actual selfie camera will be going under the display, because Apple is developing, and in the current under display technology is kind of a takes photo good quality but they are blurred out, so it is kind of a ups and downs on that under display tag. But if you are talking about the under display fingerprint scanner for the iPhone, this is not a fingerprint scanner, right? Apple makes Touch ID, and Touch ID is completely different, and it won't be coming on the iPhone. They might be going ahead with the side-mounted fingerprint, side-mounted, what do you say? That Touch ID,
side
yes, Touch
yeah,
ID,
Touch ID.
which was
But
saw on the
there are
iPad.
chances, and some has the pattern to file of this thing, and many are telling that can't be having with the 15, and it is a lot more to guess with this 15 series, because if the Pro and Pro Max come with the old the certain things, it can't be saying the hard that it is a great and huge update if the people is buying or having something like the 14 Pro or Pro Max, it can't be having the huge update, because if we compare to the 13 Pro Max or 14 Pro Max, you will get only the one similar, which is drastically C is of the dynamic island.
Yeah, dynamic island was a nice thing, and also it is said that Apple is redesigning this dynamic island in their own way and re-enhancing it to make sure more and more stuff can be put on this guy. But that is on the backend side and on the software side, so let's expect for the best. And talking about the consumers are looking forward with the iPhone 15's camera. Taking a look at the non-pro models, it is expected that the non-pro models might be moving ahead with the 48 megapixel main wide sensor.
It is hard to recognize that they can't be doing this thing because many told that they can't be having the triple camera thing this time because the Pro is going to be having the 4 by something. But we have to see because uh, this series of the 15 and 15 plus is very hard, and I think people might don't like this time also has happened in the 14 and 14 plus.
Yeah, because it is kind of after the 14 and 14 plus came up, it has become a kind of a confused in a lot of terms for to expect for the 15 and the 15 plus. But there are chances that this might be a good phone in compared with the 14 and the 14 plus, because they carry on with the A15 for the iPhone 13 series, and following that for the 14 and the 14 plus too, because people on the iPhone 13 series already, they weren't going ahead with this guy, and on the 12 series, or you can say the later older versions, they were thinking ahead to move on this guy, the 14 and the 14 plus, but there was a option in between the iPhone 13 and a cheaper version. So yeah.
It is hard to tell that the 15 might get 15 and 15 plus might get success, but if as per the rumors are going on, Pro and Pro Max are coming with this thing, they can't be having the huge success, and people won't be saying that it is not an something which is slightly updated, it is a massive update.
Yeah, but Apple knows, they only makes small updates on their iPhones in the non-pro models, and those updates are basically seen. And if you see this non-pro models take a long time. This time the 14 and the 14 Pro Max will be discontinued, and so this 14 and the 14 Plus will be becoming cheaper, and so on for the 13 and 12 series. So it is likewise having the ups and downs, but Apple knows how to design these types of stuff and carry forward these types of stuff.
The one thing I'm not understanding by the Apple that the Pro are the king of the sale and having the biggest features. So why are they discontinuing the Pro, and who are not in the great demand like we can say 14 and 14 plus is
Just
still going
just to
on?
sell that, just to sell the new Pro versions, they discontinue the current Pro versions. It's something like that, and you can still buy the Pro versions in the offline stores, but Apple doesn't sell directly. But yeah, it's Apple way
Yeah,
of
but
doing, and
if someone is like a website guy and want to buy with the website, it can't be having the trouble thing.
no, and they want to secure the price point. You can currently go ahead and if you buy the box sealed iPhone 11 Pro Max, then sometimes it is at the same price point which was launched, and it is hard to believe. And sometimes you can get it at a even kind of an expensive, hard to believe price, which is the Apple way of doing and keeping the price maintained for their Pro and Pro Max models. While you can get an iPhone 11 second-hand market at even at 20,000 sometimes, which is a really poor condition, and around even at 30-40,000 INR, you can get a good quality iPhone 11.
So this is all the certain things, and if the 15 Pro and Pro Plus will be coming with the buttonless thing, they can't be having the first one to get the huge popularity because we have seen that the dynamic island was in old times announced by the Samsung or some other company, but didn't catch up the great market. But now each and software, each and everything has now set up for the dynamic island. There are certain softwares and things are roaming for the dynamic island. Many are going to be copied, and in many phones and brandings they are going to be adapting the dynamic island thing. So if the buttonless things appear, might be getting popularity in spite of having the patent by the Vivo next thing, but they didn't come up with. this thing can't be having the great market.
Yeah, but Apple, if Apple does this, many company will be following that setup. Might be it will take a time, but it many companies will be following ahead with that buttonless type of design. And see, we already know that we are going to be buttonless into the future. And if Apple is starting, then who cares?
Opening the gates for the certain companies.
Yes, exactly. And Apple, after the dynamic island came up, many brands have copied that stuff in budget sided, started pushing updates, and Apple knows how to make something a trend, and which is kind of a real in I think. And even the Type-C port is going to be coming on the Apple, but Apple is saying that they will be redesigning it for their iPhones and completely different for their normal products, which is many companies will be following that same thing. And even Samsung is working on that type of different type of Type-C port.
And also, as per the rumors is coming up that I don't know coming with the 15 or 16 the under display thing gonna be having something different as we seen in the Android thing, because the fingerprint is this time gonna be having something like if you touch in any part of the screen your phone will get unlocked. So Apple is working in something like this, and it is very hard because the camera is under that thing, but all the screen is gonna be a very hard thing.
And even some of the brands shown prototype concept videos about this type of stuff, but it didn't catch up. When the fingerprint scanner was announced, it was been shown at that time only, but it didn't catch up. But Apple might be innovating under the hood, hiding from the people something different for the iPhone 15 series, which might be catching you and me together up. So yeah, something like that.
And we have to wait and watch, because there are also chances that the secondary cameras of the 15 series is also getting the megapixel update are in also the rumor. So it is hard to
No, no,
believe
no,
that.
no, no. Firstly, the secondary cameras of the Pro and the Pro Max will be changing, and afterwards it will be happening to the non-Pro models, because currently the generation of the 48 plus 12 plus 12 is going on, which is for the telephoto and ultra wide. And if it's going to be upgraded, then it will be for the current. The iPhone 15 will be upgrading, the iPhone 15 Pro and the Pro Max will be upgrading the new camera setup for the 12 megapixel ultra wide and 12 megapixel telephoto. But it is expected, so it will be first time over here. Then afterwards we can expect for the iPhone 16 to come up with the new camera sensor.
And if there is also the thing that if the 15 is coming up with so many things, nothing will be left for the 16, because the planning of the certain things will be completed in the 15 thing, and 16 will be rumor up after the 15 launches, and we can see the 16 got the more futuristic thing and many things which is very unknown if 15 is coming with this many things.
And that's the same story from the last year when iPhone 13 was announced. The people were saying like iPhone 14 Pro Max will be the futuristic, 15 Pro Max will be the futuristic, and same story will be carrying on with the 16 and the 17, the next upcoming iPhones. So it is kind of a common. And talking of which, the processors. We will be seeing the two processors, A16 from the last year and A17 for the Pro and the Pro Max.
So let us see what cores this time they are using, because Apple is using it every time the different cores, and now the A17 will be are thinking of the 3 nanometer thing. So we have to just wait and watch what the A17 is coming up with, and how much power this got, because A16 was the great processor, but due to many disappointment of the Pro Max and Pro thing, A16 remain in the underrated thing.
Yes, and it was limited for the Pro and the Pro Max, so it didn't catch up a lot into the market.
Yeah. Even the cheap thing was going on the shortage thing told by the Apple. So
Yeah,
they're gonna be having something more like to having the A16 in only the Pro and Pro Max model. Maybe if in the future or in the 15 we can say the A17 in whole the certain series kicking off the all the rumors because many are telling that the chip shortage is now gone. So we have to wait for this thing and let us see what they are
this
coming
is a
up with.
completely future because Apple has changed the processor for the 14 and the 14 plus. So if they come up with this 15 and 15 plus with the A17, then it might be creating a lot and lot of people's confusion what to go ahead, and this 14 and the 14 plus will remain into a kind of say a box where no one cares, or it might be aggressively coming at a cheaper range of price.
Okay. And the tiny bezels and all the certain things are going on will be having to see in the 15 because and many are telling that you will get the dual camera thing means the two punch holes.
That's something from China, which we can't be seeing over here on this guy. That might be coming with the clone iPhones because if they come up with a dual punch hole, it will be completely ruining the design of the iPhone. It has kept a simple yet cool yet attractive, and from the very first iPhone, and keeping ahead that same simplicity in each and every one. So they can't come up with two cameras like this.
No, this will be not a dual camera. One will be the camera and second will be focusing on the face thing.
Face ID.
Yeah.
Yeah, but we have to see for that because there isn't a lot of updates coming up with the Face ID, and currently Apple is working on the new type of charging technology under the hood. But we have to see for that what type of Type C is coming, or completely
Yes.
MagSafe will be there.
And it is confirmed yet that this thing will be coming with the Type C, and the cable will also having the fast charging support, and Apple is going to be the updating the fast charging thing also. So let us see, maybe we can say the 40-50 watt or maybe 60 watt over here. So it
No,
will be
no.
very
It
interesting.
might be up to the 45 watt because the Samsung is currently only up to 45 watt. And if this much updates will be there, then directly battery and the battery health will be affected on the iPhones.
And this time it has the Apple telling it will also be updating the battery. So we gonna say that you will see something like 5000 mAh or more than that. So it is very interesting.
It might be limited to the Pro Max or the 15 Plus.
And yeah, and in I think the 15 whole the 15 series will be having something like the 4000 mAh limitations. Talking about the base guy might be having the 4000 and carry on to the 5000 or more than that.
Yeah, but since the 120 Hz, or you can say this LTPO technology from at Apple has arrived, the battery management has been so really good. So let's see, they might be upgrading the battery in some sort of percentage or at a big percentage, and there will be this time it might be a lot and lot of hardware updates from the Apple in compared with the software, which is going to be on the WWDC. So let us see what is going to be happening.
And talking about the LTPO, they can be doing the 144 hertz this times like
No,
the
it's
releasing companies do.
hard to believe because 120 hertz has been a really good success, and we hadn't seen a lot going on with the display. Currently, they are Samsung and LG under the hood, and the Samsung's S23 Ultra is having the 120 Hz on its way, and they are upgrading into the QHD versions and stuff. So it might be able to see 8K video recording might be there on this guy, and there might be another upgrade into the display because the bezels are going to be thinner, and
because there are chances if this all the certain things will be coming, this phone will be taking off the price. And talking about the pricing, if they are going to be increasing the price, then why they are buying with the Samsung display thing? They can go for the Japan as Sony do for the camera, also for the display, because the LTPO technology, you know the certain things about Sharp, which is going with the LTPO saying lots of years.
They were planning, I believe, they were planning with a lot of different brands. One was the BOE, which came around, and now it is completely dismissed for the 15 lineup. It is expected that firstly they will be going ahead with the SE, then they might be experimenting for their flagship device. So it's something like Apple will be doing a lot of experiments this time for their device, and in compare with the 14 Pro Max, there will be a lot of experiments.
And if they are going with the Sharp and coming with the 144 hertz, which is not able to think with the Apple, and if this thing do, it can't be lot of competition with the Samsung, because the S23 Ultra is not catching up, and uh, will be having to see that many are telling that iPhone is this and that, they can keep the mouth shut if all the certain things happen.
But in compare, if you compare the S23 Ultra and iPhone 15 Pro Max upcoming the version, they can't be compared on papers. They can be compared easily, but in real lifetime, in the camera sector, in lot of departments, sometimes Apple is better, sometimes Samsung is better, and I don't know why, but sometimes
this is
like
not about the camera. This is about the design,
the complete
all
hardware.
the certain things which is lacking in the S23 Ultra. Simply to tell, because I can't say Apple got lucky over here, because they introduced the dynamic island. If they haven't introduced anything like dynamic island, the same thing won't be happening with Apple also, because I told there is nothing new in this phone. If we're talking about the 48 megapixel, then it is a huge update, but still the complaints are going on of the camera of the 48 megapixel. And the another thing, the Samsung has also gone with something like this, but it is more criticized over there. And that this is a savior for the dynamic island for the 14 series.
Yeah, everyone has their own defensive moves. Samsung has its own, Apple has its own, people have their own, and some people who manages both the phones in their hands has their own. But their timeline is completely, really nicely designed. Samsung comes in the start of the year, and Apple at the end of the year, which takes a lot of time break in between. And in that times, a lot of new stuff happens for the Apple, for the Samsung too. And by the time the iPhone is announced, a few inches later, the Samsung is announced. Flagship devices means.
So we have to wait and watch what the thing will be coming with the 15 series, and if this all are taking up as per the rumors, then it gonna be having the huge update, and no one will tell that you should go with the 14 Pro, or if the 14 Pro Max guy user is going on, they can't be updating, because if someone is using like the 12 Pro or 11 Pro, why to update with the 14? There will be some few reasons, like you got the 5G thing, and you got the dynamic island. You will get the 48 megapixel, which is uh, not a surprising camera, but and the new chip. This will be remain in the this certain only, and some features which every time gets updated. So if the 15 is coming, then there will be lot long list, and the person is telling that you should update to the 15 Pro or Pro Max.
So yeah,
Uh,
those were
so this is the
out of
whole
nowhere.
scenario of the 15 series, and hopefully this is the all the certain things and which is going on.
And we have currently a lot of material which came down, and some of them are completely confused, and some of them are completely hard to believe. But let's hope for the best for the iPhone 15, because this time there will be a lot of upgrades in the hardware, and on the software end there will be a lot of new things coming. So yeah, let's expect for the best. This was Captain Drs following with Kiavas, and we'll catch you in the next video. Like, share, subscribe. It's gonna be appreciating our work, and let us know what do you think about this complete iPhone 15 lineup in the comment section down below. We'll catch you in the next video. Stay safe, stay connected. Peace out.